Day 72 of Danny Daniel Speaking Challenge. So, when it comes to practice English, whether by listening, reading, writing, or have speaking, I use YouTube app a lot, like a lot. By listening, I could find tons of video in English on YouTube. And by writing, I could write comments on comment section. Um, I could also, comments when it was about writing, right? And then when it was about reading, I usually read English by reading comments or perhaps reading, short videos that deliver in English to people who try to learn in English. And I also use it by saying the sentence. So I tried speaking out as well in English by reading while saying the words, you know, from videos that contain about short stories in English. And I usually mute or let's say stop the videos in order for me to be able to read well saying the words or perhaps let's say speaking in English. And if we are talking about accent, I notice when I was watching videos in English, whether because I would like to learn uh, English or no, I remember, there was video related to how to reduce someone else's accent. And I believe that accent is a unique characterized when it comes to speaking, but if you got your accent well during speaking foreign language and you are being made fun of often because of your original accent from your native language, it could be annoying and it could affect your confidence, and I understand it. um, but I believe, to copy your accent is to keep your unique self. It could also benefit you in a condition like, for example, you are working abroad and you have no friend in the new environment. And I believe as a human being, we tend to be easier to, make any relationship to any people who have something familiar with us. Yeah. So familiarity made us, um, let's say, socialize and talk to people more. So I believe it could be a tool for you who have no friend in a foreign country to, let's say, find someone who is familiar for you. Like, for example, you perhaps come from, let's say, Indonesian and you are having Japanese ethnicity, and then how Japanese people talk in English, the accent, and then you perhaps went abroad and still have no friends, and in the middle of the way on the way when you are about to go to your you know your job place, perhaps you found someone who talked with you know similar accent or let's say eccentric accent that you know it well that oh this person must be come from Java, and you start to approach the person with this matter. I believe that the uniqueness of the the accent could help some people in this condition. You could use it as a tool to build a friendship with someone. And I believe that the accent made you just unique. People will understood, especially people who, really notice about the accent and have knowledge about it. People will already know, oh, you are coming from perhaps Japan, you are coming from Chinese, you are coming from Singapore, and perhaps I think that if you have face like Asian face, and then you are not from China, but somehow there are still foreigners who think that oh are you Chinese, but you are not Chinese at all. But how you speak with giving people the idea of you originally come from the exact place. Perhaps like your accent sound like you were from Vietnamese, you are from Vietnam, and then people will just notice, oh, you are from Vietnam because you got an accent. And for that, it will be much more comfortable for you, for us, if we are being considered as our original um, place where we came from, rather than just being judged as different country that we believe it was purely a racist kind of statement. And yeah, it could help in this matter, I believe. And for me, uh you know accent wasn't the most important thing, because you for me language was a tool to communicate, so giving and achieve information. If someone else already understand what you just said, it's enough, because the two like the function of the language is already used, and it given the information already given, people understand, achieve it, and didn't misunderstood you, and it's enough. If the accent could make people didn't understand you, especially the native speaker, perhaps you could think about how to reduce it. But if it wasn't, I think it wouldn't be a problem for us to keep our, let's say, accent, unless you would like to just having no accent and you would just simply would like to reduce the accent, and it's up to you, it's up to us actually. But yeah, for me accent is not the important thing unless it made people misunderstood us. And I hope you enjoy it. Bye.